All right, so the first one we're going to get into is health insurance. It's one of the most common, maybe the most essential types of insurance to have in your financial portfolio. It's the kind of insurance that covers your medical bills, your expenses for you, for your family, and it pays not just for injury and illness, but also taking care of you and preventative care. So some types of health insurance also pay for chronic care, like diabetes or cancer, heart disease. The big reason to have this health insurance stuff is because healthcare is super expensive and very unpredictable. Now, this does not mean that health insurance is cheap. It just means that the alternative to not having some sort of coverage for healthcare is even more expensive. In fact, according to a study by the Kaiser Family Foundation, the average annual premium for employer sponsored health insurance in 2020 was 7,400 bucks. That's for an individual, and 21,300 bucks for a family. Unbelievably expensive for most families. But if you think getting a health insurance policy is expensive, try being uninsured. According to a study by the American Journal of Public Health, medical debt is the leading cause of bankruptcy in the United States. About 530,000 families file for bankruptcy each year just because of medical bills. Okay, so that's almost 500,000 families every year going through bankruptcy just because of medical bills. That's unbelievable. And that's not even counting the millions of people who are struggling under the weight of their medical bills without filing bankruptcy and the impact it has on their credit scores, their savings, their stress, their quality of life. You might make it out of the hospital and then die from all the stress of trying to pay the hospital bills. Now, a sort of a unique way that I've enjoyed for many years is to get healthcare coverage through a health sharing ministry, which is not health insurance. It's a nonprofit organization that pulls money from members to pay for each other's medical expenses. Again, healthcare sharing ministries are technically not insurance, but they function similarly. They're usually based on religious or ethical beliefs, some sort of a structure of beliefs, and they have a certain rule or way of life. There's typically a restriction on what they cover, what they operate under. But candidly, I found health insurance companies also have a large portion of their bills that are not paid. The claims are not necessarily 100% paid either. So there are a lot of health sharing programs out there that are not tied to religious beliefs, by the way. So if you want to get into this or dig deeper, look at the two episodes we've done on this topic. Episode 170, where we talked to someone from Samaritan Ministries. And then for someone who wants to look at this without the religious component, you might look at episode 224, Uninsured and Loving It with Andy Schoonover.